What's goody good people? Plug's Life is here with yet another plug, but a little different. This time we are working on a podcast with Miss Nasha in the building. A podcast called Plant-Based Playground.
What?
Nasha, are you ready for this?
Good.
Like, I think this would be super dope.
Hey.
Like, are you excited?
This is sexy.
You feel me?
I'm feeling it.
What's sexier than black girls, black guys, food, plant-based?
Plant-based.
Let's go.
A lot of energy.
Let's go.
Let's get into it.
Let's get into it. All right, so the first thing we're going to talk about is the journey to plant-based. Nasha, let's discuss your journey.
The journey to plant-based. So, have you ever been or known some of those people who just don't like meat?
Oh, man, yeah.
Yeah, so born in the South, I was one of those kids whose grandmother actually gave them fatback to keep them quiet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm a little bit older. So she would go around and I'd just be like sucking on a piece of little fat bat, like walking around like the way most people suck lollipops. That's what
really?
I had. Yeah, no, seriously.
Like cooked fatback?
Mm-hmm. Because
Okay.
they would put it in the grains and then they would fry it up for breakfast. And that's what we do.
Okay.
We eat fatback. And then at the family reunions, you saw a hog's head just sitting there. Then they would do something to it and you make hash. So it was all around me. But somewhere during that journey, I want to say it started back in 8th grade, I just didn't like it anymore.
Really?
Yeah. So first it was pork.
Okay.
Let go of pork in 8th grade. Then pretty much stayed with the whole chicken and fish, steak, everything.
Yeah.
When I got to, what was that? I think I was like a junior in college. I made a cube steak. Oh, it was so good. So good. It had my whole floor in my dorm smelling, right? Ate it and was like, I don't think I want to do beef anymore. It just sat like real heavy on my stomach. So after that, it was chicken and fish forever.
Okay.
Then let go of everything.
Okay. Breathe.
Was doing great.
Yeah.
Got pregnant. Pregnant with my daughter.
And what happened?
Husband came home with KFC.
And you ate it. Did you get sick?
Killed it. No.
You didn't.
Did not get sick at all.
So how long after you let go animal products between that time to getting pregnant? How much time was that?
Probably like a year or two.
Okay.
Because it was like basically when I graduated college and then I got married maybe like 3 years after that.
Gotcha.
So maybe a little bit longer, maybe about 5 years. But
Okay.
I was still eating fish.
Got you.
I had let go of chicken, so I was doing the fish. Did that, had my daughter, was eating chicken. Then I started cleaning chickens, like whole chickens, because, you try to still do that natural thing. And one day I was cleaning the chicken, and it was like, ooh. I could just, like, feel like this chicken was traumatized the way it died. And I was like, I can't do this anymore. Right. So I started to let that go, let the chicken go and everything. And then I was doing salmon for years. And one day I was just like, I don't want to do this anymore.
And you just let it go?
Let it go.
Again?
And
how long has it been since? Or wait, because you have a son.
Have a son. Right.
All right.
So it seems like when I was pregnant, I would always go back to meat. Especially with him, because with him I became just, I don't know, greedy.
No, not you.
Right,
not you.
Like, just eating everything. But he, like, that little Negro wanted meat, so that's what we was doing. Like, and from there it was more listening to my body. So what I started doing the health coaching thing and nutrition thing, and it was like, okay, start listening to the body. And it was a journey, but one day when it said let go, it was like, oh, okay, it was cool. Like, it wasn't a struggle because I just didn't want it anymore,
Nice. So how do you feel now because you don't plan on having any more children?
Oh, no.
So how do you feel now? And more so because you're still married, you still have your children, they're still in the house.
Oh, girl.
So how's that journey for them?
So the journey for them is So I eat what I eat,
Mm-hmm.
and we include them. My husband is 100% carnivore. Okay. But he does like try different things.
Got you.
So we used to be sort of regimented about like, oh, okay, it's Meatless Monday. Ha. Okay, it's da-da-da-da. Ha. You know. But
Make everything important. Ah.
Yeah. They're teenagers now, so they're like,
Yeah.
Mom, please stop.
We've been here before.
We've been here
for years.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
And now it's a lot more options. So we can go out and eat. And my daughter, she's more like I am. Like she'll come home and she'll be like, I'm not eating meat this week. And we're like, you didn't tell anybody before we went grocery shopping. That's fine. Like you can do that.
Yeah.
But she'll go through 1 week she won't eat meat. 1 week she does. Son's pretty much like my husband.
Yeah. It's important. We need it.
But even my husband will get into spots where we've done months where he doesn't do red meat, or he'll talk about his energy. And I'm like, hey, won't you let this go for a little while? And they're like, oh yeah. Or I need to incorporate a salad with every meal. Yeah, you're eating.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. You know. But it's just like just being supportive with that. And I came in with it, so it wasn't like I just changed, did a 360 on him. So he had to accept me for what it was.
For what you was.
Right, because right now we too long in the game.
That
like,
part.
You get somebody else, you got to pack.
You gotta.
Does she like
all of
carpool?
us.
Right. Does she do baseboards?
Because we
Just
all
come,
come.
we can bring her in. Yeah, just
yeah,
have her
yeah.
do the baseboards.
Yeah, that's it. What's the problem?
What's the problem?
I love it. I think for myself, it's crazy. I decided that I was going to try something new, simply off of the food that I was smelling. So at the time, I was in this relationship, which I call bad debt or past debt, right? So I was in a relationship, right, with past debt, and at the time, I was cooking all the time, right? So I was one of those where I cooked all the time, and you always had a meal and all of that stuff like that, right? Yeah. We'll get into that's another segment. That's definitely another podcast. Not for this one right now. We're gonna pencil that. We'll talk about that later.
Right.
So, I'm cooking and I go to smell the chicken that I bought because I will always buy chicken like fresh from the market.
Okay.
And I'm like, ugh, it smells funny. This doesn't smell right. So I'm like, hey, can you smell this? Do it smell right? It smells fine to me. All right, so what I'll do is I'll cook it, but you can eat it, and I'll make something else for myself. Because once I put it in my head,
right,
I can't get past that, right? So made it, boom, finished. We finished that, or he finished that, and then we move on, and I go to buy some more chicken later on in the week, and it smelled funny. So now I'm really beginning to create a relationship, or I guess have a relationship with meat, way different than what I know, right? It started out with bacon. I let bacon go at first.
Hold up. Can I just stop you right there? You let bacon go first?
Bacon, yeah, because I wasn't a fan of bacon as much as I was a fan of sausage.
Okay.
Right?
Because, usually
not
that's
pork.
the last. Okay.
Yeah, not pork. Bacon versus sausage, bacon had to go first.
Okay.
Pork chop can go first.
Okay.
Right? So bacon, pork chops gone, but I still like sausage. So I'm going to continue to eat the sausage. But then my doctor was trying to put me on some medicine because I was getting really bad migraines. I was like, yeah, I don't really like medicine like that. So, all right, I'm going to just let the pork go completely. Cool. 7 years passed by. Now it's chicken. Let the chicken go, and I'm like, I'm going to just take a break. I took a week off. Okay, I can do this. Took another week. I think I'm on to something. 3 weeks, 4 weeks. I'm into like 6 weeks, and I lost count.
What?
Stop eating turkey. Stop eating, of course I had let go pork. Stop eating chicken. And now we only left with fish because I was allergic to shellfish. Yeah, I found that out years back. I was on a date.
Oh, no.
At one of the restaurants, really nice, exquisite restaurant downtown.
Oh, no.
And I was out here looking crazy. You know that movie with Martin Lawrence? Not Martin. Will Smith.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. I didn't
Seafood
know.
allergies
I
are
didn't.
the
I didn't feel
worst.
it.
Whoa, you didn't feel it, but you just started like your body was
My throat was
manifesting.
itching, but I was just like, I'm gonna just ignore it. Yeah. So I see the restaurant staff looking at me crazy.
Shut up. I'm ready.
like what? And I'm thinking to myself, Negro, I know you're not about to do what I think you're about to do. I know you're not about. I'm telling you right now, if this is your way, because the entire staff was looking at me. Then I have people in the restaurant looking at me. I'm telling you right now, if you're thinking about proposing to me, don't. This is not it. The manager comes over, bends down on one knee, said, "Hey, are you okay?" I'm like, well, that's not the way that I thought that was gonna go. What is right? Like, why are you? What? Yeah, I'm fine. Are you sure? I'm fine. What is the problem? Then at the time, my then date goes and says, yeah, Erica, you don't look good.
Why? Why are you just not telling me?
What's going on? Like, my face was swollen. We had the Nutcracker set up, and you know, we live for theater. The Nutcracker was in town. Man, I popped the Benadryl so quick. Popped 2 of them bad boys. I had the best sleep of my life in the Nutcracker.
You kept it moving.
What? Kept it moving. Okay. Kept it moving. So it was at that time I was like, okay, I need to stop eating shellfish. So I stopped.
Yeah.
So when I took my hiatus from meat and decided that, you know, I think I'm gonna become a pescatarian. So I was eating fish. And there's a restaurant downtown that I absolutely love, like their food.
Which one?
This one is, God, what is it called? It's on the back. It's on Church Street. What is the name of it? Church Street. I'll tell you afterwards. I can't even think of it. It's on Church. It's like it's not. It's Vietnamese.
Oh.
Church. Right next to the Ally Building.
It's not Church and Tryon, is it?
No. Church and Tryon don't cross.
Oh, they're parallel.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not from Charlotte.
I can't think of it. Something. It starts with an H. I'll tell you afterwards. Anyway, so I get some food from there, and I was like, I need you to chop the shrimp up really, really, really tiny. I want some shrimp fried rice, but chop it up really, really tiny. Don't judge me. Don't judge me.
I'm just asking why.
Because I figured that if I couldn't really taste the shrimp, my brain won't realize what's going on.
That's not how chemistry works.
Well, I found out. I'm in the office. Nasha, when I tell you, it got to me. And I forgot myself that I had the shrimp fried rice. And I'm checking the floor, trying to figure out why my ankles are itching so bad. And I'm checking the floor for ants. Like, it got to be fire ants in here.
So you thought something bit you.
What? All my ankles had hives. Something is going on. What is going on? And it kept climbing. It was climbing. Now it's at my knee. What is going on?
So it's
Yeah. So this time I turn the lights on and I'm checking. I don't see no ants. There's no ants. What is going on? It's above my knee now. Lord.
Still can't remember the shrimp.
Still forgot. It's mid-thigh. It's time for me to go home now. And I have to walk out of my building across the street to the parking lot.
To get to your car.
And I got to get to my car. It's mid-thigh. Now I should follow me. It's mid-thigh. Oh God. It's rising. It's pretty much like right at my hips.
Just heat.
And I said a prayer. I said, Lord, this is your humble servant.
That's when we know we want something.
Lord, I'm coming as humble as I know how.
Oh, yes.
Lord, if you could just do me the favor and just stop it right where it's at, Lord. I haven't had no kids yet. Lord, you know me and you good. But I need my coochie. Now, I'm not going to pray. I'm not going to pray and lie in my prayer.
Right.
But Lord, I promise you, if you just not allow this to affect my hoo-ha, Lord, I promise I won't eat no shrimp no more. I promise. Girl, when I tell you the hives went completely around, what I forgot to pray for is my tail. I forgot to pray for my ass. Because I had hives.
Look, you got to ask.
Okay? You got to be intentional in your prayers, you guys.
That's right.
Don't forget, be intentional in your prayers.
Be intentional. If you ain't learned anything today.
Because I asked for my hoo-ha, but I forgot about my cheeks.
And inflamed it was.
And inflamed it was. And from there, I was just like, I can't do this no more. So I ain't gonna lie. I forgot that I prayed that prayer, and about a year later, I ate some more shrimp. It wasn't a year. It was like 4 months. But anyway, it felt like a year. And then it was internal. And my throat started closing up on me.
That's serious.
And that's when I was like, you know what?
I
can't even talk through this one. Lord, can you hear me? Can you hear me talking to you from my brain? Please. Whatever you're doing in this season, do it with me. Include me, Lord. You know my heart. I know I forget things sometimes. I'm sorry. I think it was back in the day when my brother let me smoke 2 times. It affected me.
One of the two got me. One of the two got me.
Whew. So yeah. So anyway, plant-based. I am vegan by choice. I didn't want to be put on no medicine. I didn't want to go down that path of destruction on as far as letting the doctors tell me what I needed or what I don't need. Mm-hmm. I had a doctor tell me, he said, Erica, what you been doing? I said, well, I stopped eating meat. Because he asked if I ever took that medicine he had put me on. I said, no, I just stopped not eating meat. I just stopped eating pork. And he's like, well, why'd you do that? I said, because I didn't want to take the medicine that you put me on. And he said, well, a little pork never hurt nobody.
That part.
What?
Don't hurt his pockets. That's what it meant
that
to
part.
say. Don't hurt that yacht payment.
Yeah. You feel me?
Hey.
Yeah. No, we're good. We're good. I don't care where you send a prescription to. It'll never be picked up. I don't care.
Still holding for a miss.
Right. They call me, Erica, your medicine is still here. Ah, good. Mm-hmm. As long as I know you got it, I'll never go broke.
Right. We straight in.
We good. We good. Don't worry about me. So anyway, journey to the playground. So now you guys have heard our journey to the playground. Would you say that you're still plant-based?
Oh, yeah. Now I'm plant-based. Mm-hmm. I like to say vegan-ish.
Yeah. Because I think we a lot of people out there misconstrue when we say that we're vegan. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
But you're walking around in Jordans. Mind your business. Right. That's your problem. You in everybody else's business and not your own.
Right.
Yeah.
Your own lane is right there.
You feel me?
Right there.
And you're right outside of it.
Right. So you get back in it.
Crash and burn. In your own lane, but not in mine.
Not in mine. Right.
Not in mine.
So, yeah, you got to just take the whole spectrum of the world and life of vegan. So, yeah. So, ish.
I like it.
Plant-based.
I like it.
Right.
So on your plant-based journey, what are some of the things that you enjoy?
I enjoy the energy that I receive from it, especially when you do live foods, real food, fresh foods.
Man.
People actually grow and you can tell that they care about and they put their energy into. Like, that's real. Like, the energy in food is real.
Absolutely.
Which is one of the reasons, like, got away from meat.
Absolutely.
Like, you can't sit up here and eat something that's been shell-shocked and doesn't think that's going to affect you.
That part. You cannot. Like, there's no way possible. How can you love yourself so much that you are putting dead items in your body, and after you finish eating, you feel drained, you feel as though I gotta unbutton my pants. I can't move.
That part.
I got the itis.
The whole itis.
Yeah, no, you putting dead animals in your body.
No energy.
What are you doing?
No energy.
Nothing.
And see, it's not even. See, it's the dead part, but it's the way that they're taken care of.
Yeah, yeah.
Because like it's a lot of times like back in the day they had their own cow. Mm-hmm. They raised their cow from the little calf. Mm-hmm. They loved it. They did this when it was time to go. They said thank you for your service. Cut it up, and then went through a whole process of how they took care of it before you actually ate it.
Yeah.
Now it's like
it's just,
you get this food, you do this, you do that. Yeah. People hate their jobs. People
Absolutely.
hate their life. Hate the animals, and now you're eating it.
Absolutely. They do not care about the animals. They do not care about how they're taken care of, how they're cared for. None of that. And this is what these folks put in their body.
Put in your body.
I love that we're talking about this because one of our topics of discussion is playing fair in the sandbox. What? Yes, playing fair in the sandbox is our next topic of discussion.
Okay.
Super sweet. So it's pretty much the controversy between vegans versus non-vegans and non-vegans versus vegans.
Okay.